Welcome to the Liam Senior Show. I know, right? Not another podcast. But here we are. Join this beer brewing, filmmaking, YouTubing northerner as he catches up with friends, interviews interesting people, and shares opinions no one asked for. So humor Liam in this self-indulgent journey into podcasting. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and enjoy the ride. Hold on to your butts.
Hey guys, I'm back if you are a returning listener. Apologies for the absence in episodes. I'm sure no one's particularly bothered. Just been really busy recently, working on a load of other projects. Been loads of fun. Recently worked on a podcast called Do You Know What I Mean? Helped to set that up with comedian James Kilvington. Had loads of fun. Just every episode had me in stitches. We did some episodes together and we had some great guests on. Most notably recently we had Ginger Cal and Angry Bob. You may have seen those sort of viral internet sensations. Really funny episode. Great getting to know them. We did an episode recently with Danny Posthill, brilliant comedian and impressionist. I'm going to go with impressionist. His Michael McIntyre in particular cracked me up. So I'm going to play some clips here from the episodes, and hope you enjoy.
Michael McIntyre talking about the bad job that the car wash have done from the people in the car wash.
These are great.
Well, this is a nightmare. I literally dropped off my children at private school. I wanted to drop off the car to the people who cleaned the car. I am sat there reading the newspaper. I look up and they are not cleaning the car. They are stood around talking. I don't know what language they're speaking in, but they're talking. They're talking away. I'm thinking, what is going on? I've left my car to get cleaned. This is a nightmare. I don't have a lot of time. I literally have to go and meet my accountant. But no, they are stood there. I'm like, lads. Well, I wouldn't normally say lads, but I wanted to fit in with them. I says, lads, what is going on? Why are you not cleaning my car? And he said, well, because I feel like you're not paying me enough. I'm like, the fee is on the wall. Why are you saying I'm not paying you enough? I think, well, I tell you what, I'll give you an extra £2.50. I know it's very laughable with my income, but I will give you £2.50 if you will clean my car. Is that okay with you? They start cleaning the car and they're doing a shit. They might as well have cleaned it with dog shit. It's not that.
Amazing.
All right, another great one.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, my cheeks are hurting. My cheeks are actually hurting.
Really? No.
I get that.
Yeah.
I'm nobody special. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Big Bob.
You're fucking special.
I am in Thailand. It's called Italian Bob over there.
The Italian Bob.
The Italian.
Do you ever play Thanos?
Yeah. It used to be called. Something like Jesus or something, and I was, you stand there with your arms out like that. Is that the one where you built the ball at me? Yeah. Yeah, it was class.
You have to pull your pants down, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. That was only if you were game, to do that.
Yeah, well, we were all gay, so it was
game.
All right. I thought you were calling me gay. I was like, yeah, we're all gay. Nothing wrong with it, I
Nothing wrong with it.
Fuck's sake.
No, that's a game.
So, yeah, amazing episodes and a really fun podcast that I've really enjoyed doing. I do enjoy podcasts. I do, just like the format of, particularly when you've got a guest on and you just sort of, picking their brain, getting to know them, trying to get them to tell their stories. Really good fun, great way to get to know people. And I think it's a really good, productive way to kind of showcase projects that I'm working on, that guests are working on. And it always leads to a bit of interest from somebody else, which is appreciated. So, thank you so far to everyone who's been supporting and watching episodes and leaving comments and subscribing. Subscribing is really important, as I'm sure you're used to hearing on YouTube videos. So if you wouldn't mind subscribing to the podcast and turning those notifications on, it helps kind of spread the message, which is great. It's been a tough old time recently. I have been really, really busy, and with that, a lot of extra stress and worry, and not really been feeling myself. I think everyone's still dealing with repercussions from things like the cost of living crisis that has a knock-on effect everywhere. COVID, people are still, trying to pick up the pieces from disruptions from there. So even everyone I deal with is fighting their own battles and still trying to plow on and keep going, which is great to see, and something that I am also trying to do myself. And that's just, maintain that momentum that I've built and to keep going. But there are a lot of days where that's really difficult. A lot of you know that my my life is impacted by multiple sclerosis and ADHD, ADD, and that just is a challenge every day. And there are plenty of days where I win that battle and I keep going and I'm able to keep doing the things that I'm doing. And there's other days when I really, really struggle. Some of those days I still maintain that momentum and I just keep going despite the pain or the fatigue that I'm dealing with. So yeah, I'm proud of myself for that. And I'm not ashamed of the days where I do struggle. We're all human and we're all dealing with things that we're dealing with. And in my position, that struggle and that battle is one that I lose from time to time. So I am trying to open up more and more. It's great to see now, I think in so many different formats. We've even talked about it a lot on the Do You Know What I Mean podcast. It's great to see it more, it getting more airtime, I guess, in other formats, things like, you look at Paddy Pimblett in the UFC, Paddy the Baddy, he gave that speech about his friend who sadly passed away. I am so happy to see that we are moving into a world where men in particular, but everyone can talk about how they feel. This is a safe space we can share. And that's really great to see. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do, I guess, and let you know that I have been struggling. I found it really, really tough. There've been some really tough, challenging, dark days where I've not known how I'm going to just keep going, but I'm still here. The phrase that I quite like and lean on quite a lot is you've won 100% of the battles that you've had today, up to date. Sorry, no, not just today. That's just one day. You've won 100% of the challenges. You've overcome the adversity in every single challenge you've faced up to date. So keep going, and that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I am talking more. I have had therapy, and I find that talking and opening up really helps. So yeah, it's pretty shit at the moment mentally, and it's hard to explain because I do try and keep that mask on where I am happy and I am fun to be around and upbeat and outgoing. And it's difficult to maintain that all the time, if I'm honest. So it is nice to be able to say, you know what, things are shit. I am struggling, but I'm not in a position where I'm wanting to throw in the towel in any capacity. I think it's more of a case of keeping my head down, not letting these challenges win, and keep fighting, keep going. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm talking more, I'm opening up, and I want to keep doing that. And likewise, if there is anyone listening to this that all of a sudden, even if it's just in the back of your mind, you think, you know what, I relate to a lot of what Liam's saying there. I appear to be doing very well. No one seems to have any indication that I'm struggling in any way, but I am. Sometimes that's the biggest surprises in men that do take their own lives, is the ones that you just did not expect, you didn't see coming. They don't, they don't let any indication come out that it's something they're planning to do. Look at, is it lead singer of Linkin Park, Chester Bedingfield. I want to say Bedingfield. I always get his name wrong, and that's really disrespectful. So I'm not even gonna attempt it because I can't remember. But yeah, Chester. There's a video from the night before he took his own life where he's smiling, he's playing games with his family, he's laughing. You can kind of see it in his eyes, perhaps, if you do look closely. But so if you are one of these people now that appears to be fine, but he's really struggling and knows they need to reach out. That's important. It's something we do need to do. Then yeah, drop me a message. You can send an email or whatever. I'll leave a link in the comments to the subscription, because I don't want anyone to have to suffer alone. And if you're perhaps a bit cautious about reaching out to family, friends, colleagues, whoever it is, and letting them know how you're feeling, I'm happy to open up and help you with that. And just be that listening. I was going to say listening voice, but that doesn't make sense, does it? I'll lend those ears and just let you get it off your chest. And we can kind of maybe even talk through what you might need to do. Great charity I've also been working with a lot recently is Pro UK. I am trying to bring them up to Teesside. It's just, it is a big thing to have to do in terms of their working towards becoming a registered charity. It's not just a really straightforward thing to do, but it is something I'm passionate about working on. So I'll let you know what goes on with that, but do check out the channel regardless. Brewery, Salt Still Brewing Company, it's something that I've been working on for a long time now, and it's probably one of the more notable things that I've ever worked on. It's great to see it go from strength to strength. It's great to see it bounce back after challenges or hardships, which we've had plenty of. Really recently we've released a new spirit, the first of our spirits. I've seen that, obviously based up here in Borough. We've named it Gin Nino. I have to credit Stevie with that one. So Gin Nino is available on saltsteelbrewing.com right now. Soon to be joined by Ruminelli and Vodka. So yeah, a nice tropical rum and a craft potato vodka. Along with we have, so Gin Nino was a Middlesbrough player, plays for Brazil, and yeah, is Brazilian. So we've coupled Acai berry, which is huge, popular in Brazil. They drink it and use it in lots of different things, and it's something it's consumed in mass. And I've added a bit of raspberry to that just to give it something else. And yeah, I'm really happy with how it's turned out. So yeah, check those out. We've got beers that are we've got the lager that's like the last of the batch. So there's a discount on the price. Discounted price on the website for that, and then hoping to rebrew both the lager and the IPA soon, just whilst we kind of get things back going again, because it is just me running the brewery, and it's a big ask, a big job. It takes a lot of my time, so yeah, trying to get that back going. So appreciate all the support as always. We've also may have seen Salt Steel Media Company, so I've been doing a load of filming recently, which has been great fun. I love what I do. I love bringing things to life in terms of stories, businesses, events, whatever it might be, and kind of capturing as much of that day, that event, that business as I can, and trying to create something amazing out of that, trying to tell a story or string things together so it can present things in a certain way. It's really good fun. It's really kind of allows me to lean on my creative juices and express myself and make something to be proud of, and that is something that I definitely enjoy doing. So happy with where we're going with that, and great to see it gradually growing, which is brilliant to see, and becoming a bigger part of what I do. I think it's hard not to see that the media company is fast becoming my main business, my main job, my main source of income. But yeah, great to work on the brewery on the side of that as well, and these podcasts. I love filming, and I love the little things that I get to do alongside that. I did also do an episode a while back, another solo episode talking about Hockey Town. It's not something that has dropped off my radar. The reason why I kind of announced it and set it up is because I knew if I did that, it'd be something I'd have to commit to, and it is something I am committed to doing. I am still in the sort of pre-production phase of that. We are working out who else I need to bring in to the team. We've got a couple of people that are going to be helping and working on the project with me. And the type of film that I want to make, I need to be able to pull those stories out. So looking at which areas we focus on when it comes to the hockey community here in Teesside, namely Billingham, and along with the rest of the community across the United Kingdom. So planning who we need to touch base with, in what capacity, and how much filming perhaps we need to do. Are we going to go and join a training session and tell a story about a rec team, or are we going to follow the pro team for the whole season? How many times do we need to do that? Do you need to be every game? Does it need to be 2 cameras or 1? And how we go about that. So it's really fun actually, and really interesting to see how all of that kind of has to come together to then be able to produce a documentary, my first feature film, which is something I'm passionate about doing, and I'm excited to see how it all comes together and see what comes of it. So I love ice hockey. It's something that has been a huge part of my life for a long time. It allowed me, when I moved up to the Northeast, to make friends and to to socialize and to still continue to play this amazing sport. Unfortunately, my ill health has robbed me of that. Mostly, I do occasionally get to the odd training session and get to have a little play on the ice and have a bit of fun with my friends. But unfortunately, my body and my fatigue and all that, it's not possible to play every week. I used to train once, twice a week sometimes at my peak, and that was coupled with a few gym sessions as well. I was very active, really not passionate, but really sort of intent on trying to be as healthy as possible and do fun things, be fitter, which would allow me to play even more hockey, which I love. But I'm not even going to watch the games. Just it comes to Sunday night. It's been a long week, and I've got a busy week ahead. I don't think that I'm really in a space where, if I am struggling mentally and I'm tired, that I want to go out and socialize. I do feel a bit more isolated. So, or I have sort of isolated myself a touch, but I know hockey's there, and I know all the friends that I've made through hockey are there, and I can reach out to them. And and if I want to come and jump on a training session or have a pint and watch a game, I know I can do so. Really, really grateful for the hockey community up here and around the UK. I think it's amazing, and I can't wait to tell that story through Hockey Town. Once pre-production has kind of come to gets to where it needs to be, and we have a shooting schedule, it'd be great to update you on that as well. And then as we start filming, I'll be able to share clips and little behind the scenes stuff. We did try and do like a GoFundMe for it, which it always feels a bit cheeky and a bit, I don't know. I don't know what the word is, but you just feel like you're kind of asking for a handout. But I know that projects like this do benefit a lot from external support and community crowdfunding projects, things like that, to help get the backing it needs, to get the budget it needs. And that crowdfunding fell flat on its ass. There wasn't anyone who chipped in for that, which I understand. It was kind of like, I'm doing a film, help. And then there was nothing to kind of really go off the back of that. So I had to have a bit of a rethink about that. It may be something that we address further down the line, or we might potentially look at some sort of like like business sponsorships or investments from businesses that want to help support the film, and obviously they will get a note or a nod in the film, and kind of we'll share them on the socials and things like that. So that's something in the kind of pre-production list of things to do that's a bit further down once we've made a bit more progress in terms of what we're looking to do. Once that has all sorted itself out, I will let you know. I just want to say again, I like doing this. I like talking to the camera. It's a good listener. You are a great listener. Thank you so much. So it's something I want to do more of. I will have more guests lined up. I do have more guests lined up. There's a couple that I've kind of touched there's a couple that I've touched. No, there's a couple of people that I've kind of reached out to say, hey, this is back up and running. Would you like to jump on? And they've said yes. So hopefully get those episodes to you as well sooner rather than later. But thanks for checking this out. Thanks for listening. Thanks for letting me vent. Thanks for even pretending to give a shit about the things I'm doing in my life. I just think it's good to share. It's good to get things off my chest. And I like talking about the things I'm doing and seeing if it interests anyone. And potentially there may be some people listening that within any of those spaces know someone who's looking for some help, whether it comes to stocking their premises full of alcohol or showcasing their business, whatever it might be. Yeah, hit me up. I'm here to help and excited to work on more projects this year. So thanks again for checking it out. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It just helps get things out there, which ultimately is what we're trying to do, trying to share and grow, whether it's businesses or projects. So there's things you can do to support that down in the comments, things like liking the video, watching it to the end, playing it in the background, that kind of thing. So appreciate your support. But yeah, thanks for checking this out if you've got this far, and I will see you in a future episode.
Don't forget, if you want to see Liam and his guests, head over to the YouTube channel and don't forget to subscribe. Well, thank God that's over.